Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here, and today I'm going to be revealing a big strategy change for my gallery. This is part 1 and this video will be a 2-part series because there's quite a lot of information to get into. As we know, there's been a lot of comments recently in the community about how difficult it is to win rewards, especially in the limited divisions and even the rare divisions as well. So today I'm going to be revealing why I'm changing my strategy, all the rewards that I've won in every single division since I started my Sorare journey, and how this has helped me decide on this strategy going forward. If you do like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. Check out SorareAssist.com as well, and also my Patreon. Links to all this good stuff are in the description. Okay guys, let's get stuck into today's content. So as I say, I am going to be doing a big strategy change, and this was after the recent comments in the community around how difficult it is to win rewards. This is part 1 and this video will be a 2-part series because there's quite a lot of information to get into. And I have been adjusting for the last few months due to that. And I think it's probably going to get even more harder as more and more players come onto the platform and we get more and more cards as well flooding the market. So what I've done, I've looked at all my rewards in every single tournament since I started my Sorare journey back in August 2020. I'm going to share those results first, and then I'm going to go on to what I've done with those results in mind to my gallery. But before we look at my rewards that I've won since joining in August 2020, I think it's a good idea just to get a rough idea of the size of my gallery at the time of recording. So at the time of recording, I've got 157 limited cards in my collection, 77 rare cards and also 1 super rare card as well. And my gallery worth is currently around 26,507. At its peak, my gallery value was around 30 to 35,000, but I have withdrawn some money since joining the platform in August 2020. But this gives you an idea of the size of my collection, so it's a pretty hefty collection. It's not the biggest by any stretch of the imagination. It's quite a small gallery, I would say, in respect to the other big galleries that are out there. And obviously I've grown this gallery as well over the last couple of years that I've been on the platform. I've probably only bought limiteds though more than the rares. I've not really bought that many rares really, and kept majority of the same rares that I've always used since joining the platform. So let's have a look then at the results that I've got with this gallery since joining in August 2020. So we'll start with my rare rewards then. So as you can see in the Champion Europe division, the rare division, in the last 2 years I've only actually won 1 tier 1 and 1 tier 2. And these rewards were fairly early in my journey on Sorare as well, when there wasn't as many managers competing, especially the bigger galleries with the bucket loads of money. So as you can see, there's not really many rewards that I've won in the Champion Europe division, and considering the value of the Champion Europe cards that I've got, that's why I did decide to make some changes, which we'll come on to in a moment. So the Challenger Europe rare team, as you can see, no tier 0s, no tier 1s, 1 tier 2s and 6 tier 3s. So as you can see, not a fantastic result in that division either. Champion Asia rare, 0 tier 1s, 1 tier 2 and 11 tier 3s. Now although I've not won many of the big prizes here, I have won plenty of tier 3s as you can see. Although some of them are worth not that much, it was still nice to get some rewards. Another thing to note in this division as well is that I have been able to improve my Champion Asia team a little bit over the last couple of years, because obviously the prices are not inflated as the Challenger Europe and Champion Europe divisions. Champion America, no tier 0s or tier 1s or tier 2s, but I've won 4 tier 3s in the Champion America division. So again, another poor result here, but this is another team that I have been able to improve over the last couple of years, and one that I think should do well come next season. All-Star is a different story though. I have done pretty well here. No tier 0s however, but I have won 2 tier 1s and 10 tier 2s and also 14 tier 3s. Obviously I've probably entered the All-Star division a lot more than the other divisions, but I think this is still a pretty decent outlay, especially when you consider the value of the tier 2s. They're probably going to be worth quite a bit of money, and you'll also be getting the ETH as well on the All-Star division. So this is still a fantastic division to enter. All-Star Pro, Now this is the competition that I've probably entered the least. I've been entering it for about a year now, I would say. Just with rare cards, no super rares, just with the rare cards. And I've won 1 tier 1 and 3 tier 2s. No tier 3s in that one, because you can't win tier 3s in the All-Star Pro. So that's pretty decent outlay as well, considering the amounts of entrants I've actually put into that tournament and considering they're all rare cards. Under 23 rare, now this is another division where I've not entered that much, because the majority of the time I've not had a under 23 goalkeeper. And we know how much expensive they are, and I wasn't prepared to pay that sort of money. So in this division I've only actually won 3 tier 3 rares. And this is a competition that I probably won't look to enter in the near future, because as we know the price of these players are really, really high. So in my mind I don't think it's really worth entering this division. So as you can see, the All-Star is the standout here in terms of rewards, probably followed by the Champion Asia division, and the All-Star Pros division's not done too bad, considering I've not entered that many times in that division and I've only been using rare cards. So let's have a quick look at my limited rewards then, since limiteds have been on the platform, which I think is probably just over a year now. So here are all my limited rewards then, since limiteds have been on the platform. I did buy them pretty much straight away when there was available. I think I probably waited a couple of weeks and then started buying some of the limited cards. So in the Champion Europe division, similar story to the rare really, not really won that many rewards here. I won 1 tier 0, which is fantastic. That was obviously a star reward. I won Leroy Sané when he just started to become on bad form, which was obviously not ideal. I also won some ETH as well with that finish. I think it was a podium finish, that one. So I did win some ETH as well, which is really nice. But I did get, I wouldn't say lucky, but I didn't have any stacks in that team. Just all my players, the stars aligned for them on that particular game week. My captain scored a hat-trick, I believe it was. That was Aspas. So yeah, it was a good week, good win. A high score though, as you can imagine, and I was beating the buy-in stacks, but I think that was sort of a bit of luck involved there, with all the players in different teams all getting a good score. And I've also won 4 tier 2s as well in the Champion Europe division. No rewards in the other brackets. Challenger Europe, I've won no star limited cards. I've won 2 tier 1s, 1 tier 2 and 6 tier 3s. So again, not too bad, but when you consider the cost of these players, that's probably not the best outlay. Champion Asia, I've won 1 star limited card, which was a goalkeeper actually, the Ulsan Hyundai keeper, so that was a good reward. A tier 1, 3 tier 2s and 5 tier 3s. So as you can see, the rewards in the Champion Asia division have been quite steady. Champion America, no star limiteds, no tier 1s, 4 tier 2s and 10 tier 3s. So as you can see, there's been a little bit of progress there in the Champion America division. Won a fair amount of rewards really, although majority of them are tier 3s. All-Star Limited is a different story. I've won a Star Limited in that tournament. I've also won 2 tier 1s, 10 tier 2s and 18 tier 3s. Again, I've probably entered the Star Limited tournament most weeks, because obviously if there's not that many tournaments available or many players available, I would generally put them in an All-Star Limited lineup. But I think this is still a really good outlay of prizes when you compare it to the other divisions. Under 23 division, so as you can see, terrible results here. I have been entering this as well with quite a decent team as well for a number of weeks, but no tier 0s, no tier 1s, no tier 2s, just 3 tier 3s to speak of in that division. So the Specialist League then, it's not done too bad considering it's the competition that's only been going for a number of months. So there's no star limited one in that one or a tier 1, but I have won 4 tier 2s in there and 3 tier 3s as well, which I thought was a decent outlay. And the underdog was even better. No tier 0s, but I've won 3 tier 1s, 3 tier 2s, 2 tier 3s. So as you can see, that's a pretty decent outlay for the players that score in 50 or below. Some of these players can be quite cheap as well, so I think that is probably definitely a good tournament to enter. So with this in mind, what strategy change have I decided on? Okay guys, that was the end of part 1 of this strategy change video. Let me know your thoughts so far in the comment section below. Do you think this is a good plan, what I'm thinking about doing so far? Do let me know. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below to get a free limited card and 30 incoming cards. And check out my Patreon and SorareAssist.com for more free Sorare resources. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon.